What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. So, some of you may know that I've been doing the whole dating app thing now for a little while, and it has been a real mixed bag. And by mixed bag, I mean terrible. So, I knew as soon as I saw this article pop up on my Google News feed, we absolutely had to talk about it. So, I'll be reading it to you, probably in a little bit of a dramatic voice because that's a lot of fun, and probably commentating as we go. So, this one comes from the New York Post, a very reputable source for reporting. That's sarcasm, guys. I hope that was clear. So it's called I Make Men Pass Tests to Date Me Just to Stop the Bull, and then the rest of it's censored. We all know it's bullshit. Why do they do that? I don't know. Just, if you're going to use a word, just print it. It's words. Who cares? Um, so far, no one's passed the test. Oh, I almost just read her name. Guys, that's not what this video is about. I'm not here to shame anyone. I do think there is an actual discussion here to be had. So it just gives her name and her TikTok handle. I suppose if you look up the article, you could find it yourself. But she shared her strict dating rules for men online, which include paying for dinner and caring about her safety. I don't know why I'm reading it like that to start. I mean, paying for dinner, yeah, I could go either way, I guess, on that. Personally, it's nice to just go 50-50, like you say. I don't know. This I think divides people more than anything else, but it's just like the way that I feel about it is like you want to be on a team with someone and you're like, "Okay, we'll start off this 50-50 division right away." I don't know. It's just kind of is like, I don't know, maybe I think about it too simplistically, but caring about her safety obviously is important. In her viral clip, which has been viewed more than 150,000 times. All right, maybe this is splitting hairs, but what is like the number, like as far as viral videos go? Is it like a total number of views? Is it like views over a specific time? I don't know. But that is kind of a lot, actually. I don't know why I'm like paying so much on it. She said if the guy isn't reaching for the check, it's a red flag. No, it isn't. No, it's not. If a girl expects you to reach for a check, that's a red flag. Let's just stop this conversation. This is her talking, by the way. Let's just stop this conversation back and forth. 50-50 BS. It's censored again. It's bullshit. No, let's not. 50-50 is just, it's fair. Like, just like start, I don't know. For me, I've already said it. It starts it off on this, like, um, just, we're getting the teamwork started from minute one, is the way that I see it. First date, he needs the this is back to her talking, by the way. First date, he needs to be paying 100%, she said in the video, with the Sex and the City theme song playing in the background. And then if he's not, then like goodbye. See, that's a red flag. That's what a red flag looks like, guys. Like, are you not gonna do this one thing for me like right away? I don't even know you, but I'm going to expect that you pay for this dinner, and if not, I'm gone. She even recalled a recent date in Miami, Florida, when she and a guy she happened to run into shared a few drinks at a bar. First of all, good for that guy to just be like, hey, what are you doing? Want to get a few drinks? Hero. Um, at the end of the night, their Ubers were going in separate directions, but instead of hopping into his car as soon as it arrived, he offered to wait with until hers did too. Okay, that's a nice gesture. I guess where does it go off the rails? Let's see. She did what anyone would do, politely declining as a nicety while she secretly hoped he'd stay anyway. See, this is another red flag. But here we go. But he didn't and ditched her in the street alone at 4 a.m. Hold on, where was she again? Um, she was, okay, so she was in a bar in Miami at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's probably the most Miami thing that's ever happened. I don't know. I guess it depends on the bar. Like, here's Here's the thing. This is what burns me up a little bit because I am a very literal person. And I've said to people before, I need you to just be like straight. Like, tell me what you mean. Tell me what you want me to do. Like, but I get it. There is something that she's after. It's sort of this ineffable thing of someone being able to understand you innately. And that, here's the thing about that. That doesn't happen right away. You have to know someone in order to kind of let their behavior unfold in a way where you can sort of see the logical pattern behind it. No one is just going to get that from the start. So this guy, I guess, I don't, he asked her if he wanted her, like, he says, hey, I almost just said her name again. And then is it almost weirder if I'm just like playing his part too, going like, hey girl, is it cool if I leave because my Uber is here? And she says, okay. Yeah, you're gonna go. I think what she doesn't like here is he treated her as an equal. He said, I have asked this person if she wanted me to stay, and she said she's fine, therefore it is okay for me to go. And then, okay, this is back to her talking. Immediately, no, she said, adding that men should double check that women made it home safely. If you don't care about my safety and making sure I get into my Uber safely, you're done. I don't know. This maybe is going to divide some people, but it doesn't say if like he double checked. Like I assume at this point they're having drinks at a bar. He probably has her number. It is a nice thing to check in later and make sure that she gets home safely. But when you say to someone it's okay for you to leave and then they leave, you can't be shocked that they go, okay, like nice to meet you. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go home because I'm tired, because it is 4 o'clock in the morning. And then she goes, and the next part of the article, not she, it starts with she. She offered up a crash course on modern day chivalry for her male viewers who may not know what women expect. First of all, this is not a crash course because you never know what each individual is expecting. Like, here's what the course, in my mind, here's what the course is. I didn't communicate clearly. I should have communicated more clearly. End of course. You've graduated. You get your certificate on the way out. Like, way to go. Become a productive member of the dating society. And then this is back to her quoting again. This man failed my protection test, so he never heard from me again. Now, this is so funny to me. This is completely childish, and I don't know why people do this, but this is exactly like ghosting. It's just like, I'm not communicating to this person clearly. They did something that, by any stretch of a logical interpretation, would have been okay on their part. But they're never going to hear from me again because I'm not going to communicate what I'm thinking. And I couldn't possibly be in the wrong. Then we pick up with the rest of her quote. Men, you need to be walking her to her car. Actually, that is a good tip. Actually, guys, granted, I'm making fun of this person a little bit. We're poking fun. We're having a good time, but she does. It is important to acknowledge the valid points that she's making. If you're on a date with someone, male or female, you know what? Feel it out. I guess this applies more to like maybe men walking females to females. Who am I? Men walking human Earth females. But for safety reasons, I get that. Walk someone to their car, make sure they get into their Uber safely. But if they say, I mean, here's okay. Here's what you could do. If they say they're okay, just maybe give them a, "Are you sure?" And then if they say, "Yes, I am sure," then it is okay to leave. Because you can't, here's why maybe I get so salty about this. Because this is something that I used to do, and it was stupid. When I first started dating people was you go, I have a clear set of expectations in my mind that I'm not communicating with this person. And then the other side of me was just like, and they're not picking up on what I want from them. Like, what kind of person does this? And then this is like 18-year-old stuff. And then you get a little bit older and you're like, oh, wait a second. This is completely my fault. Like, this doesn't exist that someone can read my mind. And it's just like such a novel and simple concept when you come to it yourself. And you're like, oh, yeah, that was 100% on me. So back to the article. Another test of involves her complaining that if she's cold, when the guy is wearing some sort of outerwear, basically she complains to see if the guy offers it up to her, kind of to, as she says, give the shirt off his back. Actually, that could go either way. That is kind of nice, especially if you're saying, you know, I don't think that would happen for me, guys, because like I do get cold easily, but I also do normally bring with me like an extra sweatshirt in the car. So I'd be like, do you want the extra sweatshirt? Or you know what? I'd be like, do you want the sweatshirt that I'm wearing? And then I will go get the sweatshirt from the car. And then here we are again. We're back to her talking. If you don't, you're dead to me, she said. Guys, again, communicate. Why is that so hard to say? I am cold. Can I have your sweatshirt? Or can I have your outerwear to make it more formal? This, I have to wonder if you're these guys, and one, if you've gone out with this person and you're starting to find out why you never heard from her again, or two, suppose the guy, okay, to play devil's advocate, suppose there's a guy out there and he passes all of her tests. Does she then say, is it like, congratulations, you've passed all my tests? And then he's just like, the way that I imagine it happening is he's just like peeling string cheese in the corner or something, just having like a quiet snack. And he was just like testing. Like, I didn't even know this was a test. And then this sort of diverts into two separate branches. The first is if you're a guy and do you realize that it's a test and you're sort of like gaming the system and like doing and acting in a way that she would like the actions that you're doing? Or if when you find out that it is a test, that you can't like trust your instincts at all and it like sort of messes you up in that way. So getting back to the article, it says some people in the comments were quick to applaud this person for her raw honesty and high expectations. The girls that get it, wrote one fan of her dating guidelines. Normally, I don't agree with tests because it's all about being sincere, comment another, but this is just common sense stuff to look out for the lady that you're with. But others were quick to slam her for these tests, offering that she should just say what she means instead of being cryptic. This is where I fall on it. Is just tell people what you think, tell people what you mean. You can't expect other people to just read your mind. And then this one is so good. Test this, test that. What are we in high school? Stop with the games and communicate. Way too grown for all this, said one angered guy. Next time, don't tell him it's okay. Always let a man wait, wrote another. Don't tell him no as a test. Interesting. I don't know, guys. There are this is one of those things that kind of falls into the middle because there is, like, you do want to communicate and don't make people read your mind. But on the other hand, there is like a way of seeing if someone kind of has your best interest at heart. And those are kind of the people that you want to end up with eventually. So I will say this. The way that she's doing these tests, I don't agree with. She's not communicating with these people. She expects them to read her mind. And then on top of that, if there's any little slip up, it's just silence on her end. No communication at all. Done. Final. Finale. The in like the 1930s, that old title card that says Finn comes onto the stage. I don't know exactly how to end this video, but I feel like you know where I'm falling on this. So guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope that you enjoyed, and we will be back with more ASMR content very soon. So stay tuned for that, and I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.